After watching this show, I experienced the same feeling I had after watching Star Wars for the first time. It portrays real aliens with their own vibrant lives and ecosystems. This new animated series is a captivating wonder, drawing inspiration from the artistry of Moebius and Hayao Miyazaki, especially Miyazaki's environmentalist masterpiece, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Considering the lack of quality sci-fi offerings in recent years, I was pleasantly surprised by how well this show excels in areas that other sci-fi movies or shows often overlook. Scavengers Reign, a series loosely inspired by an eccentric 8-minute short from 2016, kicks off with the abandonment of the Demeter 227, an interstellar cargo spaceship navigating an alien solar system with goods and passengers in suspended animation. Some resourceful crew members successfully disembark, finding themselves on the mysterious planet named Vesta. However, their descent is fraught with challenges, and they are scattered across the planet, ignorant of each other's survival. Vesta's landscape is a captivating yet perilous one, featuring gaseous fungal spore clouds that consume flesh, wolf-like carnivores hunting in packs, parasitic plants stealing DNA, and windstorms of metal shards scouring the grassy plains, impaling anything in their path. To the survivors, it's a death trap, and they swiftly get to work on ways to escape while they're still alive. The landing pods are scattered far and wide, resulting in 3 isolated groups unaware of each other's existence. Ursula and Sam, a pragmatic duo with technical expertise. AZI and her robot companion Levi, whose hardware is transformed by Vesta's fungi, and Cayman, who starts the show alone, but soon forms a dangerous symbiotic relationship with a local predator. Many alien planets in science fiction tend to suffer from a lack of variety. They often have just 1 or 2 different habitats, which host only 1 or 2 native creatures. This approach makes logistical sense, especially for stories filmed in live action and adventures that involve planet hopping. In Star Wars, for instance, it helps to remember the simple shorthand that Tatooine is the desert planet, or that Endor is the home of the Ewoks. But not Vesta. Early on, the humans are the least interesting part of the show. It's the world itself that draws you in. As one survivor notes, nothing really makes sense in the way that we know it. Initially, the eccentric alien life appears quite practical, with organic light bulbs harvested from inside animals and slugs serving surprisingly efficient gas masks. Just watching the little details, living balloons floating through the air, sea creatures that suck up their eggs like a massive vacuum, dangling jellyfish that can clone their prey. It really feels like a living, breathing ecosystem, albeit one that's extremely weird by our Earth standards. This illusion of reality is helped along by the art, which is detailed and precise, and at the same time, surreal and strange. It all looks beautiful, from the picturesque fields full of rolling insects to the dark forests that grow underground. But it's also very deadly, as the planet's ecosystem makes for some horrifying predators. There are a few of the standard variety, the kind that come at you with huge pincers and sharp claws, but the scariest use different ways to control their victims, sometimes through a kind of hypnosis and other times through much more unsettling means. There's also a particular threat that grows, quite literally, over the course of the first season. Scavengers doesn't shy away from horror throughout its 12-episode run, from the body horror of a trippy hallucination in the pilot to the psychological horror of isolation present until the very end. It's obvious in places why the show's creators cite Annihilation as another inspiration. Be warned that there is a fair share of animated gore and plenty of ooze and slime. Interestingly, the apparent monsters encountered by the protagonists aren't traditional villains. They're creatures driven by a desire to protect their homes, secure food, or perpetuate their species. The unfamiliar humans unintentionally appear as invaders or potential meals. Predators, prey, parasites, and symbiotic relationships are all normal in a natural ecosystem. But once you put a human in the middle of it, it can be uncomfortable or appear evil when it's really just neutral. As the survivors become more deeply entangled in the world of Scavengers Reign, the narrative becomes increasingly intriguing. Characters like Cayman, with a profoundly tragic backstory, delve into dark territory after becoming entangled with a mind-controlling monkey frog. Levi undergoes a gradual transformation as native spores and mold infiltrate its circuitry. The show, while delving into bloody and gruesome scenes, also plays intricate mind games with its characters, showcasing their significant transformations over the compact 12-episode arc. It's also a story that just keeps throwing wild new ideas at you, furthering the illusion that this is a real place. It may look familiar with Mobius-inspired art, but Scavengers' reign truly feels unique. That's no small feat at a time when there is so much science fiction coming out. It also ends on a note of hope, suggesting that, somehow, there's even more to discover out there, and things could get even weirder.